McAvoy a blast. That was blocked by Moritz Seider. Here's 2-on-1 for Detroit. DeBrincat with Crawford. That one hit the goal post. Zaka's been their hottest scorer of late. Lindholm back to the line. Pastrnak a wrister. Caromed off Crawford. Wound up with Elias Lindholm. It's free and still free. Pastrnak. Elias Lindholm. Gibson made the stop. He was tangled up with his defenseman Seider. Pastrnak again. Down low. Geeky stumbled but got it to McAvoy. Compher up high defending. Tough angle shot by Pastrnak off the side of the net. Between Pastrnak and Husnudinov, they get a chance. Husnudinov right out in front. Off the setup by Pastrnak, who has Ray said's become more of an assist man this year. Minton in the slot. Stopped by Gibson.
When they say something, it doesn't take long to figure out what they mean.
Here's DeBrincat. Stopped by McAvoy. Here's Kane down low right off the B in the center of Swayman's chest.
He's trying to go up on the short side over the shoulder and hit.
Detroit worst power play since late January. Heading into that date, they were 6th in the league, a man up. Here's Minton shorthanded. Minton to the backhand. Great stop by Gibson.
That moment and make something of it. Here's Fraser Minton, the rookie, who's had just a tremendous year for the Bruins. 16 goals on the year. He makes this dash shorthanded, and he walks the veteran Justin Falk. Man.
Marco Sturm said before the game he's the best goalie in the league, and the biggest reason why the Bruins are having the season they're having in playoff position. Here's DeBrincat. That one was blocked. It goes in. Did it count? The clock shows all zeros. The Wings and their fans are celebrating, but they'll take a look at this one. Compher thinks he has scored the first goal of the game. Looks up anxiously at the clock. We'll await the decision.
No.
My goodness, is that close.
That's not going to count on that overhead clock. You see the puck a couple of inches in front of the crossbar.
Officials conferring, but it's not going to count, as the replay clearly showed.
No goal on the play. The puck crossed the line after time expired.
Fans boo, but they got it right. Puck winds up on the stick of Sean Corelli. He breaks shorthanded with Kastelik. Kastelik's shot off the arm of Gibson and up into the seats. At age 37. 10 seconds on the Middlestat penalty. Seider steps into it. That one got the crossbar, it seemed, from here. Kane through the neutral zone. Off the skate of DeBrincat. Kept in by Seider to Kopp. And now Kane. Seider moved it quickly. Has it back from Raymond. Kastelik trying to get in the way. Kane down low. Some room. Kopp. They score! Kopp to Lucas Raymond. A power play goal and a 1-0 Detroit lead.
Raymond hadn't really been heard of in this game early on. A terrific young player is Raymond. He was their first-round draft pick in 2020, 4th overall. Look at Kopp. He doesn't look until late.
Power play goal, his longest such drought in 3 years. He dropped it back for McAvoy. And now Geeky. Pastrnak. McAvoy. Pastrnak. He scores, and that drought is over. A rocket by David Pastrnak. A power play goal. And a 1-1 game.
Does Pastrnak hit this? McAvoy with the Pastrnak. There's no delay. The Wings are not going to be able to front this twice. The pucks move too quickly, and that drought you mentioned of 21 games on the power play, sayonara. This thing is perfect. And the key to this is they...
8 minutes and change played here in the second period. Bernard Docker fell down and led to a centering feed by Geeky. Down low it goes. Reichel set up Corrali at the side of the net. In the trade that sent Justin Brazeau to the Wild, Justin's moved on to the Penguins, who won again today in a shootout against Winnipeg. Kane center. Swayman got a stick on the centering pass. Then had to deal with the follow-up action.
But I think it's off a forecheck. That's what the game feels like.
Both teams at full strength as the third period begins. Here's Casper across the line for Detroit. Kick save Swayman. He stopped the follow.
Quickly, it's a chance for Marco Casper. Swayman one call.
Patrick Kane signed a one-year deal with Detroit in the offseason. He centers one. DeBrincat. Rister scores! Top shelf! The Cat gives the Wings a 2-1 lead.
The Wings' best goal scorer is going to have plenty of room, and there is plenty of traffic. As this puck gets by Kastelik at the point, he tries to block it, he doesn't, and this hits the top of Swayman's glove and bounces into the net. A flyby screen by JT Compher and Mason Lohrei. Swayman just doesn't pick it up clean enough, and DeBrincat. Well, there's lots to it. It's not just whether he might be able to help the Bruins now. He certainly would give them more options, but
Geekie sends it down low. They score! Elias Lindholm has tied the game at 2.
Goal in 12 games since the Olympics. Justin Falk doesn't get this puck out. Lohrei makes a really good play at the line. Falk's on his back and he wants to clear it. Lohrei keeps the puck in and finds Geekie, and Lindholm slides this right on the ice.
Sider played it up for Raymond. Just one shot on goal in this power play. Kopp has some room. Centers one. Oh, what a glove save by Swayman. DeBrincat robbed. Detroit hasn't scored many goals for Gibson. Strange bounce came right to the post, and Swayman was on top of that. Boston's back at full strength now. Some skating room for Zadorov. And he scores! Through a screen of Edvinsson, Nikita Zadorov gives Boston its first lead with 10:18 to go.
But Zadorov's going to take the pass from Geekie. That's 3 assists for Geekie. Edvinsson is deep inside the tops of the circle. So Zadorov's able to shoot this from the top of the circle, and that wrister beats John Gibson clean at this point.
Cleared out now. Reichel using that speed goes by Kane. He gets hooked, and a penalty coming here against Detroit. Well, when they got Lucas Reichel and they brought him up a couple of days ago, Marco Sturm said he's here for his speed and energy. This could be a penalty shot.
It is a penalty shot.
This has been awarded a penalty shot for hooking on a breakaway.
Kane is going backwards. Reichel realizes, and the Bruins bench is yelling, take him on, take him on. There's the hook. Likes to deke slick.
First penalty shot for Boston this year. First Detroit has faced. Huge spot for Reichel. Kicked out by Gibson.
I'm surprised that he shot the puck. With Gibson out on top of his crease, if you pick up a little speed, now that's a chance to deke him. Gibson makes a pretty solid save, right? Reichel shoots this from about 50. Kane is over on this right side as well. If they can win the draw, that's where the puck wants to go.
Cobb, battle for it. It winds up with Pastrnak with the net empty. Passes it off. Husnudinov scores! An empty net goal. And a 4-2 Boston lead with 1:52 remaining.
Here have scored 3 straight goals. McAvoy wins this puck battle and chips it to Pastrnak. He draws everybody over to him and slides this right across the red line.
Bruins trying to earn a point for their 5th straight game on the road. DeBrincat with Swayman prone. Now it flipped the length of the ice toward the empty net. It will be an icing call and a bouncing puck near the blue paint.
As far as he can reach, Swayman gets a blocker, a stick, and a glove on this bouncing rebound attempt by DeBrincat.
So many of these pucks just hit him because he's perfectly positioned, anticipates so well. McAvoy clears, and Boston has It's first regulation road win in more than 2 months, and it's a huge one.